not something I would have done.
Exactly, this is what he
And
said.
we expected the fight based on those statements as well. We are having an Italian. I mean, we've seen so many Italians. And you can still never fully grasp the move, transpositions and things of that nature. But yes, of course, Wesley right now thinking it does seem like Levon has something prepared for Wesley. And I'm sure Wesley is very much aware of what to do in this position, just trying to choose his opening weapon.
I usually played a 6 move in those lines, but I see that now it's...
We can play it in so many ways.
Yes, A5 is quite popular. I think it's against this before idea, probably.
Right.
Black doesn't really enjoy the fact that white pushes all those pawns on the queen side.
Gives too much
yes,
space.
Yes, probably, yes.
Just looking at the clocks, 1 hour 31 minutes for Levon. Again, he starts with an hour 30, as does Wesley. So he's been moving so fast and writing down his moves so quickly. He's gained the clock on the time. Roughly 400 games from this exact position. So a very popular situation indeed. And I'm sure in this position, just picture the moves. Rook
Knight G4 also.
Bishop A7, Knight G4.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
it's also
I'm
possible.
thinking,
I play like this with Blitz.
Exactly. I'm thinking the players have seen it all, including Knight G4. And Wesley has 2 games from this exact position, and drawing both of those games. One was against Alireza Firouzja. But you're right. My brain turns to mush when I see these games, because it's just like, keeping it all. And I believe Bishop B5 is
Bishop B5 is the main line.
Is the main line in this exact moment.
Yes. Bishop to E6 was the move. Now, of course, you guys were mentioning Knight to G4. And in fact, we've seen this. And in fact, we've seen this very often from Levon. This is in Levon style. Because after rook to e2, you go usually king to
Yes, you
h8,
try to push
and then you
f5,
try to push
yes.
f5. After
Right.
h3,
C6.
f5.
Ah,
No.
now
I can
f5.
even give the piece. Yeah.
Really?
Let's go.
Yes, like this with f5, and then you get some complications after d4. You actually cannot touch that piece. Do not take this because given this beautiful pin on the pawn on f2, I have g3,
yes.
I have the queen coming to h4, and there's a lot of checkmates coming your way. So don't go for that. Of course not. He decided to go for the more peaceful route, let's say, with bishop to e6. Forget about all the complications with knight to g4. I might not have analyzed this recently, so I don't want to recall everything that I've analyzed 6 months ago. I know that he looked at it last night. So, that's exactly his calculation, Wesley's calculation. He played bishop to e6. We're expecting bishop to b5, and to be honest, let's see, are there any? Yes, bishop takes e6 is also one of the main lines, but you can see the discrepancy between bishop b5 and the next ones in terms of games. 40 games with bishop to b5, everything else has 5 games or less. So definitely bishop to b5, and I'm not sure that we have.
Wait as long as you possibly can before castling.
No, nobody told me that.
Actually,
Nobody
normally they say
told me that.
castle always, no matter what.
I think in
you
general
have
I
to run
received
away.
pretty decent advice throughout my career, yes, and I try to weed out what
Rooks
I
are
believe
worth
is
4.5
bad.
points. Terrible
Still,
insight.
maybe that's why I have some issues in my life. You never know.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think that's a decent one actually. But Rooks
Worth
somewhere around
4.5
4.5 points, yeah.
Yes. Ah, you see, I have some
Sort of
already
biased. I mean,
supporters.
of course, I believe they're worth 5, but
My worst advice that I have ever received, I think, in my openings, middle games, maybe even endings, was that literally from the very, very early get-go, I was told that knights are worth 3 and bishops are worth 3. So I always thought that they were even. It wasn't until I was much better, like chess master and above, that I started evaluating bishops as worth 3.25.
This is what
Like
happens now. Yes.
significantly better than
And
than
knight 3 still.
3.
Still has.
Still 3. But I always thought, I was happily trading. I always thought, okay, like you got a knight, I got knight.
Yes.
I have 2 knights, you've got 2
Yeah.
bishops. Those bishops kind of like.
I don't like them. Yes, knight is cool. Yes.
We do have a move in the game of Alice Lee, and I thought that this was a very.
Also at the same time, it's just very unpredictable. But I'm certainly rooting for American players. Like I would very much prefer if a world champion is American other than Russian or Chinese. Yeah. So for sure, I'm rooting for. I think Fabiano is a pretty sizable favorite if he can keep playing like he was playing last year. I think he's got a very good chance. But also Hikaru is seeded number 2, so I think if you have to put money, I certainly would take Fabi and Hikaru over the rest of the field. So rooting for them.
I don't know either of them personally that well, so for me it's about the same.
I'll definitely be rooting for both of them. Well, both of them are very strong, but I kind of, because I work on and off with Fabiano, I can see that, his passion